I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all this political agenda pushing bullshit. I'm sick of all this Trump bashing. Just seriously, knock it off already. All right, it's been almost a year. Like we're more than half a year. We're going to be approaching a year in a couple of months since the. You know what? Actually, we're what, a couple months off since the election ended, and people are still complaining and whining about it. Fuck, get over it already. Trump won, okay? He might not have been your guy, but hey, them's the breaks. He won. Just accept it and move on. But these people fucking can't. They can't get over the fact that their candidate didn't win. And because of this, it's getting really hard to enjoy comics. I loved Marvel. I've given up on Marvel pretty much. I'm already pretty much writing off Marvel altogether. I mean, I struggled just to pick up Venomverse because I was seriously debating if I wanted to spend any more money on Marvel. It's hard to find. I mean, DC's been doing a pretty decent job. I'm kind of worried because there have been some times where they've thrown stuff in, but DC overall has been pretty decent. Independents have been okay, but you still got to be careful because independents can also get really political. But it's getting really hard to find good comics and enjoy them because of all this shit. And it sucks because the comics are supposed to be escapism. You know, like any other form of entertainment, comics are escapism. We all got shit that we got to deal with, okay? Every one of us, whether it's working a 9-to-5 job, whether it's cramming in a bunch of information for a school exam or finals. It can be even more personal stuff like dealing with bad breakups, loss in the family, suffering from depression, an injury, whatever. Well, you know, everyone's different. But the point is that we all got shit we got to deal with. And sometimes we just need to escape for a while. And we can't anymore. Because everywhere we turn, it's let's go punch some Nazis. If you disagree with me, you're a fascist. America is being destroyed and we need to rise up and resist. Newsflash, the only thing you're resisting is fucking reality. Seriously, I flip on the TV, I open up a comic book, and it's like all the villains are either Trump or Trump supporters. Every white guy is either a villain or gay. They're constantly shoving their own personal beliefs down your throat and expect you to like it. And if you don't, well, what are you, a racist? Why don't you just sit down and drink some milk, you white nationalists? Seriously, you can't have any kind of disagreements whatsoever without being attacked. Really, this shit's gotta stop. You know what happens when you attack Trump and his supporters? All you're doing is just pissing off half your audience. That's it. Whether you like him or not, half the population voted for him. So you constantly attacking him and his supporters, that's all you're doing. You're attacking half the population. Okay? That's all you're doing. You're attacking half the population and you're alienating a percentage of the other half. Because here's the thing. There are people out there that dislike Trump, and even they are getting sick of this shit. Alright? So you're not only pissing off his supporters, but you're starting to piss off the people who dislike him but are getting really tired of this crap. And you know what's funny? The constant media, and I consider comics to be in that category, the constant media attacks have done nothing but help Trump. Because now you've done two things. You've made Trump the underdog, and you've made him the anti-establishment. Two things that people commonly gravitate towards. And it's not just the Trump stuff. It's all the forced diversity pushing and the virtue signaling bullshit. People aren't buying your comics to read about your politics and your thoughts on the president. Okay? They're buying comics to read about heroes going on adventures and overcoming obstacles. They read because the world can be a shitty place sometimes and they just want to escape that for a while. But they can't anymore because you fuckers have to ruin everything. You have to make everybody as miserable as you. And now you're trying to co-op comics just like you try to co-op video games. Thankfully, us gamers pushed back and we were able to save our hobby, at least for the time being. You know what happened to the few games that catered to the SJW crowd? They failed. One company proudly proclaimed themselves SJWs while attacking gamers. Their games sold so poorly that they ended up filing for bankruptcy and closing their doors soon after. Anita Sarkeesian, the face of anti-gamers, uploaded a video shilling and supporting this one game. Want to know how many copies the game sold after the video was uploaded? 3. That's not 3,000. That's not 300. Just 3. The recent Mass Effect game was filled with SJW political bullshit. You know what happened after it came out? It got shitted on by gamers. It got shitted on by fans. The studio scaled down. EA has come out and said that they won't be releasing any single player DLC for the game and that the series was going to be put on hold. They're going to ice that series now because it failed so badly. This is what happens when you keep catering to this fucking crowd that are not your audience. This is something that comic book publishers, especially Marvel, need to take note of. SJWs are not your audience and they never will be. You can cater to their every whim and they still won't buy your product. That's why your sales are tanking. Comics ignoring their fans to push SJW politics flop. Okay? And the comics that don't do this shit, well, what do you know? Their sales are improving. I wonder if there's a correlation between the two. Just maybe. So yeah, I'm sorry about the rants. I really didn't want this channel to go political in any way, but I'm really tired of this shit, and I gotta say something, otherwise I'm just gonna snap. Like this shit needs to knock it off. I've been holding back on this shit for so long. Like every time I see this kind of crap, maybe I'll say a little bit, but I kind of keep it to myself because I'm like I'm not gonna go that direction. I'm not gonna go that route. But I just seeing this shit pop up in the shadow. A character that I fucking love and I hold very dear to my heart. Man, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. So please, anyone who's in the comic book industry that's watching this, you guys probably aren't because this is a very small channel, but if anyone is, just stop it already. Knock it off. Stop. Knock it off with all the political pushing. Knock it off with all the Trump bashing. Just tell good stories. Okay? Just make comics great again. See what I did there?